個性は人類にとっての福音ではなく終末への始まりだったのだ。この個性終末論に記されている。世代を経るにつれ個性は混ざり進化し、やがて誰にもその力をコントロールできなくなる。
Excellent dive into the lore here in general, but what I especially like is how all of the movies always try and remain linked to the main story via multiple mentions and nods back and forth. For example, this was mentioned during season 4, I believe, so nicely played.
我々ヒューマライズは今こそ立ち上がらなければならない。
Also though, La Place from Tensura. Unexpectedly quick into the movie plot twist! Also, just quickly, hit that subscribe button, trying to get those numbers back up, and it takes just a second, and trust me, you don't want to miss everything coming soon. I must admit, what a fantastic way by which to demonstrate how out of control this gas is making quirks react. The fact that his wings grew that big that they went all Attack on Titan when they dropped to the ground is nuts! Also though, have another one for the other displays of quirks going absolutely crazy. It does go to prove an interesting point about how their entire society is balanced on a knife's edge if just a few people reacting like this can utterly destroy a city.
以後この装置をトリガーボンと呼称する。団員たちを拘束した後、一刻も早く保管されているトリガーボムを確実に回収することである。
I gotta say, as someone who has been desperate to see more of the world at large, I'm over the moon at seeing all of these different countries, since to date, I believe it was only the first movie which showed a little of the US. All Might being in this movie is a win on its own. Yeah, these badass looking designs do just get one as well. So cool, bruh. Oh my goodness, that landing! Rotating view like it's no big deal. Yeah, that animation is stunning. Hats off to them for knocking it out of the park so early. Yet another new quirkada! I like this movie OP, the music and the overall vibe just make me feel like the movie is going for a different tone, a bit more epic perhaps since it's worldwide in scale, and I'm not hating it one bit, I like the altered song too. City slums related scenery shot that probably took ages to put together. Being nice to animals is always a win. Not riding on the spot. That's a new one. Okay, so 2 wins here. First one is naturally for 2 more scenery shots. I just know it took them ages to create those, so take my props and my win. Second win is because they do a really nice job of showing the poor side and then the richer side across the way. I really like that. Giving a logical reason as to the genuine question, why would they allow these first years to partake in such a dangerous mission? Animating multiple people moving within one frame because they're legends. Seeing these lads working together pretty seamlessly, also nicely linking into win number 1, where I mentioned them bringing the main story into the mix, such as how due to their time at the agency, they're now this fluid as a team. Todoroki being sick as usual. Okay, I guess that happened. This is one of those very rare one-shot sequences that I just adore, where it appears as though the camera doesn't pan away from the action. It can be found in amazingly animated anime such as Jujutsu Kaisen and Viviflora Ice Song, both of which I've covered by the by, and for this they can have 2 max wins. Okay, that's a seriously awesome looking quirk. I mean, just look at it!
まあいっかもう会うこともねえし
They're really pulling out some unexpected comedy in this one. Very different to the series.
それは権限もないのに命令しないでくれるかなそれとも一方的に追いかけられて尋問されたって警察に通報するしちゃおっかな待ってケースの中身を見るだけだから見たけりゃ金払え払うから見せて
I'm really glad that this didn't play out as Midoriya being freaked out and backing off. That would have slightly irritated me, given that they obviously have some level of permission to operate there officially. So yeah, props to him for sticking to his guns. Killua from Hunter x Hunter!
本当にすみませんでしたすっげえこれがジャパニーズ土下座
I love that. I remember seeing it in another anime, but I cannot recall what it was for the life of me.
警察なんで準備良すぎだろ待ってください彼は俺は何も取ってねえから許可は出ている撃て前見て
Midoriya deserves the biggest of Mad Lab props for always striving to do what's right. He knows he hasn't got anything stolen on him. Of course he's not aware of the full story, but he immediately flies into action to ensure someone is kept safe, and I adore that about him. Oh, that just feels extremely Spider-Man! Bruh, Deku has become legit. He's really progressing so well as both a hero in the movies and in the main series. In fact, it's one of my favourite elements of the show, is that level of character progression and dealing with the power structures. This excellent high quality animation and the alteration of one of my favourite My Hero Academia songs. Oh my god, just take another one there for that. So many frames, it's insane. That?
仕事に大将つけんのかよ。インターンでんなこと習ってねえんだよ。反省せんか
I do still like Endeavor. I just can't help it.
デクが
呼びかけています。繰り返しお伝えします。警察の発表によると、死者12名を出した殺人事件の犯人は
Plot twist!
きっと何か裏があると思うわ。
Her still existing within the parameters of the anime franchise still equals a win. It's something to do with maths, I think.
はい、無賃乗車。お仲間だね、ヒーロー。選ぶやスマッシュ。エアフォース。
I can't believe that. He really is the best. Hats off to him.
緑谷はそこに向かってる。クレードに行ってみます。
わかったわ。エンデバーには報告。
I like her.
何キロあると思ってんだよ。
疲れたなら僕がおぶっていくよ。困ってる人を助ける。そのための力だから。
Midoriya being Midoriya, bless his heart.
いいな。次俺も。
I like this little scene. It's a great way to, without exposition, detail how much he cares for his siblings and how much he puts them and their life above himself. Literally in this case. That was a really nice touch.
じゃあヒントだけな。
Putting a, quite frankly, insane number of frames into such a small scene.
あの家、父親が失踪したそうよ。
個性持ちは病気だとか言ってる。あのイカれた団体か。
この前も事件を起こしてたよな。
兄ちゃんはずっと一緒にいるからな。たとえどんなことをしてでも。
This really sad moment, learning how he was suddenly thrust into a position of playing the father role for his siblings and knowing that everyone must have hated them as evidenced by the graffiti, just makes it so much more intense for him. I can really empathise with that, and it's a brilliant scene for character building. Okay, so 2 wins right here. Firstly, it's for the obvious increase in power and ability of Air Force. It's so much stronger looking now than when he first used it in the second half of Season 4. And the second win is from Midoriya winning this interaction with a smash. It kind of felt to me a little over the years like it wasn't that strong because he had to limit it so much. So to see him use it perfectly fine for one of the first times I can actually recall was amazing to me. And then, after selflessly following his ideals and protecting this lad from harm, he only goes and uses it again right afterwards in epic fashion. It's a small win, but credit for always keeping track of the many serious scars that Midoriya has built up over the years.
オールマイトのようになりたくて。
オールマイトって世界的に有名なあの？オールマイトみたいになりたい。あんたはその夢を追いかけてヒーローになった。俺は先のことなんか何も考えられねえ。パイロットになりたいなんて寝言言ってる余裕もね。幼い兄弟を養うだけでいっぱいいっぱいだ。
This here raises one of the really interesting philosophical questions that sometimes arise in this excellent anime. For example, like during Season 2 with Stain. But here it's about people who want to live a certain life but are forced to abandon that dream purely because of financial hardship or providing for others. Whereas many people with quirks are simply able to make something of themselves because they want to. I always appreciate how the mangaka can create conversations like this within his already extremely detailed world that he's created.
俺の住む町にヒーローは来てくれねえ。金になんないからな。
I swear to God, sometimes it's like I got a sixth sense or something. I just wrote what I wrote for the previous win, and then he brings up the notion that heroes don't even come to places like where he and his siblings live because there's no money in it. So you need to have at least some money in order to be protected from evil. That's such an interesting notion. I'm in awe, seriously.
だからかっこよくなりたいんだ。笑顔で人々を助けられる。そんなヒーローに。
Another win here for another song changed up to fit the different tone of this movie, and this scene especially, as Midoriya reaffirms his commitment to himself and his future to protect everyone with a smile. Wonderful to see this kind of character building still in effect, even after 5 seasons and 3 movies.
そいつはピノって言うんだ。
ピノ？
俺はロディ。ロディソウルだ。あんたの名前は？
僕は伊豆く緑谷。ヒーロー名はデク。
デク。覚えやすいな。
気に入ってる。
少し寝ておこう、ロディ。
あ、そうだな、デク。
Oh, these two becoming friends after bonding like that. So sweet.
その車は？
借りてきた。歩きだとつれえだろ。料金後払いで借用書も書いてきた。ヒーロー協会名義でな。
Again, a small win, but actually making it look like it's being wrote out by pen was a nice touch, and the English is spot on too. See, now stuff like this to me is what I believe should be hanging up in art galleries. Like, I get everyone has their own tastes, but it's a shame to me that we live in a world that values a banana stuck to a wall or a series of different coloured squares over pure beauty like this and in anime such as Jobless Reincarnation, etc. Also, have another one here for just a plain old lovely song that fits the feel of the scene amazingly well as they travel together. Also, animating a montage is always worthy of a win. Yet another genuinely unique and awesome quirk. How does he come up with so many? It boggles the mind. But as if that wasn't enough already, we also get gifted with some gorgeous animation reminiscent of Midoriya vs Todoroki during Season 2 with those block-breaking effects. Stuff like this really puts into perspective just how insanely powerful Midoriya will one day become. I mean, already just having those two quirks working side by side and how he uses the main quirk like here is astonishing in terms of its adaptability. Oh my word! Okay, so that's getting a maximum 2 wins right there. They did a continuous motion shot which looked outstanding, Todoroki came just in time and his quirk is, as always, overwhelming with its awesomeness, and it's just got me hyped! You can't just keep on doing continuous motion shots like this, like it's no big deal whatsoever, and not expect that you're gonna get given 2 max wins. What's wrong with you? How are you gonna keep on doing it though? This scene just showing how far gone they are mentally that they take this road out rather than risk being captured for information.
我々が開発した人類救済装置は世界25カ国に配置され、
マジかよ。
人類救済までのタイムリミットは
To their credit, they drew some pretty big crowds here in these scenes, reminding me of Tokyo Revengers who did the same, refusing to cut corners and just do a close-up shot, instead opting to spend the time on the scene when they didn't have to. Also though, these two still being in the anime still equals a win, it just does, okay? Fantastic use of CGI here on these 3 different quick shots. Getting to see not only several other students in action but also the teachers, that's brilliant!
私のこの声がヒーローに届くことを望む。そして私と同じく拉致されたエディ・ソウルが命に変えて作ってくれた爆弾の解除キーで。
It's very dark and grim, so I'll show this lovely scene of flowers instead, but take a win here for the previously mentioned darkness of all of the heroes piled up. That was genuinely awful to see. Also, take one here for creating a realistic notion around how they developed this bomb, rather than just ignoring the question or simply making out like one of them just cooked it up randomly.
場所は分かったが、ここから直線距離で400キロ以上ある。間に合う。大丈夫。操縦の基礎は分かってる。ビビってる場合じゃねえ。
This guy being able to live his dream, even if just briefly.
絶対に守るんだ。ヒーローたちを。世界を。
Okay, that's just gorgeous. That's really like jobless reincarnation.
大型トレーラーの中です。
タワー付近のヒーロー、回収に向かうぞ。了解。これは。
Oh, I'm so glad they put obstacles in their path. I thought it'd be like Yakuza 2, where they suddenly find every bomb and remove it, bar one, but it's great because it means heroes fighting villains.
でも今は 私たちにできること。
各チームトリガーボムを発見していますが、
ヒーローたちも必死に戦っている。頼むぞ、未来のヒーローたちを。
I tell you, no one does these scenes more agonizingly well as All Might, gripping his wound, wishing he could be out there right now, aiding them as they fight for their lives to save others. It's brilliant to me.
傭兵だけじゃねえのか。バクロ、ここは任せた。
Get to see everyone fight!
このクソビレンゲ、死ね
The animation is so smooth!
一気に決める亡霊熱波。
That!
炎が効かねえ。
When I got told that the movie's animation was great, I honestly didn't expect it to be this good, especially knowing that the studio was at the same time hard at work making Season 5. The fact that both had such great animation is outstanding to me, even though a lot of people talked bad about Season 5, but personally I just didn't understand that. That just looks so good! It's even more stylish looking than what we would see in the main series. Like, the edit is perfect, the angle's beautiful. I think they can just have another maximum 2 wins right here. I love these continuous motion one-shots. I've been saying it for years. They're so hard to animate. It's why most cut away from the action for reactions all the time, and fair play to them. But it just makes these moments all the more stunning and rare.
耳障りなんだよ。雑魚にはわかんねえよね。戦いながら手榴弾仕込んでる。
Take one here as well for the voice acting across the board. It's been just as high quality as it normally is for literally everyone involved, and that's always impressive, especially when some characters don't have much time in the limelight and yet still belt out performances. Lastly here, credit to Bakugo. He really does walk the walk alongside all the talking, this in spite of being injured numerous times during the battle, and yet still he fights with such ferocity. Plot twist!
絶対にトリガーボムは止める。
Absolutely outstanding mixture of CGI and hand animation right there. Stunning looking. Also though, plot twist, he took a smash directly to the head and didn't even flinch.
この病のせいで私は両親から一度も抱きしめられたこと、心通わせた友人も思いを寄せた人も心すら反射させ私の元から離れている。
Giving the main villain an actually great sounding backstory, especially knowing that he couldn't even take control of his life and end his quirk because the quirk stopped even that happening. That's pretty dark, but a good story.
インパクトの瞬間だけ個性を使わずに。
I actually can't get over how amazing that mixture of CGI and animation looks. Normally, CGI is a sin, but this is bloody fantastic. The best time to use CGI, that is. I know I already gave a shout out to the voice acting as a whole, but he deserves his own standalone one here for that scream. That was gut-wrenching, like genuine pain. Also though, the sheer volume of frames involved when he falls to the floor cannot be overlooked and ignored. Midoriya refusing to give up like a massive boss!
仲間と共に殺してやろう。
ララカさん、アスイさん、ナリ君、セロ君、ミネタ君、みんな必死に戦ってる。トリガーボムを止めるために。
I feel like this whole TV screen idea was a really unique way by which to show everyone else fighting desperately on the outside too.
デク、俺はしがないチンピラだ。
Again, it is a small win, but keeping in the destruction of the building during the previous battle is such a nice touch. Can't tell you how often that stuff miraculously repairs itself during the next scene.
俺の親父もそうだったんだろう。
君の父親であるエディ・ソウルは人類救済爆弾の開発に協力してくれた。
Learning what actually occurred with his father all that time ago, the choice he was forced to make in order to protect his loved ones.
私は人類を愛したからこそこの計画を選択した。
ロディ、ダメだ。
Even in this state, Midoriya is still trying to get up and fight. What is even happening? No word of a lie, that's my favourite battle song playing right there, originally from All Might vs All for One during Season 3! Yet more gorgeously smooth animation like it's nothing! Between the music, the attacks, and Midoriya desperately trying to get to his friend, this is so good it's not even funny. It's got me truly on the edge of my seat, and I cannot believe they've managed to do that during all three movies. Yep, he's amazing. Still one of my all-time favourite characters. Wow.
いくら俺が嘘をついてもピノを見られると本音がバレちまう。本当大したことない個性だろ。
I can't help but see Pino as an animal, so this kills me. And of course his friend being so badly hurt now.
そんなことないよ、ロディ。嘘をつけないなんて。とっても素敵な個性じゃないか。
Also, take one here for Deku's kind words about his quirk. He was the perfect person to tell about it, because to him that really is a wonderful quirk. This whole Bakugo scene is also getting 2 wins. Not only was it some of the best voice acting I've ever heard his voice actor perform, but the animation was godlike, edited perfectly, plenty of one-shot sequences for me to drawl over. I loved it. Take those wins. I really didn't think after the previous double win they'd get another one literally right afterwards, but that attack for me rivaled anything he did during the first or second movie. Just utterly stunning. I cannot praise that enough. It's not even possible to do so. I love how they then gave Bakugo his own truly badass looking moment, just like Midoriya had a few minutes ago. Are you kidding me? That was freaking Todoroki's turn to be amazing? I truly wasn't expecting to praise voice acting so much, but how can I let Erendono go by without a win for that performance right there? Belt those lines out, boy! That's no joke my second favourite song in the entire official soundtrack when it comes to battles, and now we're getting gifted an alternative version for it for this battle. I feel blessed, bruh. God, this movie really is something else entirely. I'm like knackered from being so hyped up. I need to relax, man. Take 2 wins again, because that was more godlike animation from your boy Todoroki. Some of the best animation to date on that. This is awful. I hate it, especially seeing his quirk in the same state. Goodness me, they got me attached to this character in record time, I swear. Something mad is about to happen, I can feel it! Endeavour being a mad lad! I honestly haven't a clue how they managed it, but they made this so much more tense than during the very start of the battle when everyone first began to fight together across the globe. Maybe the stakes are higher, or the music is more impactful or something, but I feel it in my bones now. He's got me so proud! All I can hear when he said that was All Might surpassing the limits of Nomu's quirk in Season 1. Even at a time like this, Midoriya can still spare words of kindness, of pointing out where they went wrong in life, like such a true hero. He said the thing! I can really sense that I'm going to have to split this up a little. It'd be unfair to swallow up the entire scene with just 2 max wins when it's as good as this. So have one here for the start of the end of the battle. You know what I mean. Detroit smashing that damn animation, son!
Hero とはピンチをぶち破っていくもの。
俺、マイト。
緑谷少年、 ヒーローは守るものが多いんだよ。
All Might's words! It got my hair standing on end, I swear to God. As a character, he means so much to me, and how he spurs on Deku is amazing. He turned freaking Super Saiyan again! This is one of those times where my mouth is literally agape, and I don't mean literally as in it didn't really happen, I mean literally my jaw was open in shock. That was a style of animation I've never even seen before in this anime, or any other I don't even think. Obviously he gets 2 wins, you'd be mad to think otherwise after that. Between that music, which is probably my 3rd favourite overall for battles, a different Smash move, this time invoking the world, and that high of high quality animation goodness for my eyeballs, you can take another, yes another 2 wins!
Time limit 過ぎたのに。
The end to the battle as the music wound down and we expected a blast. I'm nervous, but let's proceed together with caution.
やってくれた。よくやってくれた。みんな。
Having him manage to do it in the end was such a nice touch. Man, oh man. Woo!
俺は親父みたいに家族を守れたんだよな。爆弾止められたよな。デクみてえに全部取れたよな。
取れた。
And then his words, just wanting to be acknowledged by someone he admires like Midoriya, wanting to feel like a hero, wanting to know that he saved his family but also everyone else. That's so great.
俺かっけえ。
Oh, that's so wholesome. That got me, man.
本当に世界を救ったのは、諦めなかったのは。
Yeah, then this. Go on then.
もちろんどっちかじゃなくどっちも手に入れてやる。
When you understand his quirk, it actually means so much more when you see it react to the things he says. You can see how proud of himself he is, how happy he is. It's wonderful.
もう二度とオセオンに来んなよ。エクといるとろくなことがねえ。日本で勝手にヒーローしてろ。
また会いに来るから。
I said what I said and then this happens. I really have got a sixth sense. It's a gift.
おっちゃん、仕事ない？できればまっとうなやつで。
店員が一人辞めやがった。手伝え。
どうすっかな。
Yup, one last one here as well for him and his quirk. A happy new life moving forwards just makes me really smile. Take one here for the credits too. It's a nice song, but I especially just love seeing them as a family doing so much better than before. They're all happy, smiling and playing with other people outside the family again. Such a brilliant way to end their storyline of the movie. Okay, so that'll do it for the movie. I'm dropping a final win here for it overall. I was genuinely so impressed by it. I didn't get the score in all honesty, but everyone is entitled to their own opinion obviously. I think the story was well done. They linked it again into the main series nicely. The music was changed on numerous occasions for some of my favourite tracks. The animation was nothing short of superb, and it was just great. Please be sure to subscribe if you didn't yet. A like and a comment go a long way to helping me out as well. And of course, Patreon is down below where for $4 per month you can vote in everything I create. So check it out. And of course, I'll see you in Season 6 of My Hero Academia or in whatever video you choose to watch next. Bird Without a Word, Nathan Burr, Ali 50, Darth Weirdo, Isael Caldera, Tyler, Ted L, Josh, Matt the Marshmallow, Kieran Robinson, Chris Harris, Jonas Stahl, Manolo Saucedo Munoz, Steelers, Matthew Blanchett, Kim Munt, Manuel Morales, Conito, Dark Lord Bloody Soul, Blitzcloud, Aura Keeper, Kepper, Jeffer 6263, Magnus, Kevin Nelter, Brendan Krier, The Epic Amanda, Sentimento, Peyton 2000, Storm 970, Inakami and Water, Kaj Vorzelman, Sebastian Ramirez, Noah Edvinson, Leaf Arnhammer, Marquez.